Have you ever wondered how you can scrape a Redfin website like this and turn it to a JSON file like this? Well, in this video, I'll show you how you can do that in real time. I'll also go a step further to show you how you can turn this JSON file into a visualized data like this and this. If that sounds interesting, then let's get into it.
The official Redfin website. So let's check it out. But we are not actually trying to work with the main page. So let's look for where there is listed. Let's check out the home for sales. So these are the houses for sale. Particularly, let's check out New York. And this is not loading fast. So later we'll check out for mainly New York. And this is how listing appears on the Redfin website. As you can see, I like this card structure. It's pretty neat. If you're right next to us, you'll kind of appreciate this. And these are the houses in Seattle, LA, San Diego, Portland. But that's not the main purpose of why we are here. So we have to examine and inspect this website to know the parts of it to scrape. And to do that, you can simply use the developer tools on Chrome. I'm currently using Chrome now. So you can press F12. F12 should show you the elements. And these are the main things we are looking out for. We want to know the selectors we use for the pricing, the details, and every other things in the listing. So just click here so it will be easier to know selectors. We already known that this is the home page card, but we don't need the card itself. So this is the cell for each one of the listing. Base carousel underscore cell. Okay, beautiful. Let's check out the pricing particularly. It's all inside this div link and anchor. Okay. So we should take some time to inspect our, okay, can you see that? It's inside this link and anchor that we have the details of the listing. Then we have the home card. That's the container for everything. Then we need to check out the CSS selectors of each one of them. I prefer CSS selectors, so this is where you can copy the selectors. You can copy selectors like this, and that already informs you of how the website is structured. So this is class home address v2 is where the address is. This is where the is class stats that has the bath description and also the square feet of each bath. This is where we know the price, home card price v2. And it's essential to keep all those selectors in mind because we'll use them later on when we are scraping the website. All right, that's a good overview for now. Now let's check out the actual ScraperAPI endpoint for scraping Redfin.
But there are a couple of challenges. First one, scraping often change their website structures from time to time. And that is why you need to be more aware of the CSS selectors per time. That is, what is used in this video might have been outdated later on when they change the structure of the website. So always press the F12 on your machine to inspect the website often and check the latest CSS selectors for you to use in scraping. The second thing is that Redfin has a couple of blockers. So if you are not using sophisticated scraping API, it might not really be successful. And that is why I'll be using Scraper API in this video.
This is the part of the doc to check out. And if you're a developer, you will understand the importance of checking out docs earlier on so you can know how to synchronize an API when you're making a request. Basically, ScraperAPI asks two API endpoints for Redfin. The first one is for search API. The second one is for the for sale listings. So with this listing API, you are able to know to fetch listings, maybe in a particular place, New York, Alabama, LA, San Diego, and all that. But with this for sale listing API, you are able to fetch what is for sale, the homes that are for sale in a particular location, and that just returns that for you very easily. So let's take some time to check out the endpoints. The main thing that changes, usually you can use your script API key and just put it there, but this is kind of more detailed. You assign the payload to API key, URL, country code, then you return the requests this way, which makes it a lot saner. This is the sample response you'll get for the for sale API. So you will know like this, you will know the price, and just know what is for sale anywhere in the part of the country. As you can see, this is interesting. Let's check out the second API endpoint. And that is for the listing search. This is the kind of response you get when you want to get responses for listing, which is interesting. I've been examining this too. Let's go head on into scraping with Script API. First thing first, we need to install a couple of dependencies. So come down to your VS Code and install this. You can say pip install. We need Blinker, so you'll say Blinker 1.7.0. Then we need Selenium, so you can say Selenium Wire. We need a setup, step two, then get some WebDriver. And we want to go undetected, so you can also get undetected from driver. This should take some time to load. But while that is going on, you can start working on a file. You can name this redfin.py. And since we are installing Selenium, we can initialize the Selenium in the file. Say from Selenium. By the way, if you don't know much about Selenium, I recommend checking out the Selenium docs. Or there are even a couple of docs around it by ScraperAPI and a couple of other scripting companies, so you can check out and know how to use Selenium. But if you're familiar with Selenium, you can simply follow along. By the way, I'll drop the link to this code so it's easier for you to code it out on your own. But while we are at it, we can simply work with this. So you say from Selenium, driver, we need options. Yeah. We need web driver bait. I'll explain what each one of them does as we progress. Expected conditions, that's easy. So this is optional from Selenium. This is this is web driver wait, such that the browser wouldn't load too fast, and we'll be able to simulate an organic search action. So the anti-blockers of Redfin won't block our scraping requests. They want to sleep at intervals, then we want the end result in JSON and import it to CSV. Once that's it, let's set up our scraper API key. You can use your most convenient secret storage for this, secret storage management for this. Maybe AWS secret, or I don't recommend .env because it's not the best to use in terms of security. Then our proxy URL is formatted. Let me go copy the link we can use. We will be scraping New York listing, and this is our proxy URL. We already formatted it so it can work effectively where we have proxy server and scraper API key. This is a better simulation to just avoid getting blocked. This is the monster URL. Now let's go back to the doc so we can use the search listing feature. If you go back to the doc, you'll see that there is a payload. Let me go copy. Here we have the payload with the necessary parameters, API key, URL, config code, the UXTLD. So that's it. Let's scale. Let's set up our Chrome options. Remember, we imported options here, so let's set it up. Okay, options is assigned to options. Options that are arguments. Saving link features. Let's go over to Selenium Y option. For HTTP, we'll say proxy URL. HTTPS is still proxy URL. We don't really need to verify the SSL, so false. We've initialized options. Now we need to initialize the driver. We imported UC here, so we are initializing UC. Let's go ahead. It should be printed out in the console. Let's sleep for 20 seconds. What is the importance of this sleep? So we will simulate time for the speed loading of the website, and that we will bypass potential gotcha. This is the area where our result will be stored. Page name is assigned. So while true, string format scraping page.
This will help us know whatever page is currently being scraped. Remember, we are scraping from on card container, so on card container. Try exception as E, then we bring. This is end of the error and so now let's find the listing. All the listings are released. Say driver to find the elements. This should be in a bracket. Having done that, let's scrape through the listing and extract some details. We'll be using try catch for this. So let's try except. Let's go ahead to extract the price. We're using CSS selectors. Text. CSS selector. So we extract the price. Now we should probably be doing addresses. Okay, so to scrape the sizes and other details about the beds, baths, and all that. We'll be scraping the beds and we'll be using the CSS selector of the beds to get the beds and the bath and the square foot of each of this property. If you check the homepage, this is the CSS selector for beds, home stats, beds, stats, baths, and for the value. We will also need the amenities for data, so we've tried to extract the amenities into an amenities array here, and we use the CSS selectors. If you check the site, it's actually a key fact extension. That's CSS selector, so we have it here. Then key fact item. Then we're stripping the amenity details to make it easier and to make it more factual. So we are imputing the amenities into the listing there as amenities. For the phone number, the sales selector is renter CDA contract. That's the number you reach out to when you want to buy a separately on Redfin. And we want to scrape that. So we created this for phone. So under the listing data, we'll also add phone contact inside of it. Then we handle the error here if it's the case I didn't scrape it properly. Since we want to scrape the entire website on the entire listings, we have to devise a way for our scraper to know that this is the end of the page. And that is why we look for a page where there is no button in the navigation. And how do we do that? We created this next button. Now that we've turned our data into this JSON file, it's time to go ahead and think beyond just collecting data into using data to make critical business decisions. We have already done what we're trying to scrape. Now we are trying to dump it into a JSON file and scrape it out. So we are using JSON for this. Once that's going on, this will be printed on a terminal, then the whole browser will quit. That means we are done and the scripting is done. So once you have this code running, I'll definitely share a link to this code for you to code it out on your own and kind of monitor more properly. So let's run our code to see how it goes. As you can see, this is the output of our code in JSON. And you can see the scraping. All the details, URL, price, address, beds, bath, square feet, amenities, and phone are included. Due to GDPR and other data privacy compliance issues, we didn't have the phone number here, which is completely fine. Now that we've turned our data into this JSON file, it's time to go ahead and think beyond just collecting data into using data to make critical business decisions. I already wrote the code, so I'll just go ahead to explain it because this tutorial is getting long already. As I mentioned, I'll drop the link to my code snippet so you can run the code yourself. So we are importing a couple of things: JSON, Panda, Seaborn, and Matplot. We'll use Matplot to plot the graph of our data. So we are writing this function. We are defining extract number. The returning is a returning function that should return text. Then we are defining number. We are assigning it. We are also writing another function here: extract beds or paths. So we are saying if not text, it should be not available. Just writing those error handling functions to make sure the function works properly. Then we want to extract cities, and what we want as a returning parameter is the address. So the length should be greater than or assigned to 2. Then when all is said and done, we want to load our data into JSON. For example, in the instance case, we already have Redfin listings.json. So we want to load it up into this script and define the data frame, then parse it, and that's pretty much it. Then for the number of listing by bed count, we are plotting the graph and we are doing the x-axis, the y-axis. For the x-axis, we want the bedroom to be in the x-axis, then the number of listings to be in the y-axis. If you don't already know how to use PLT or Matplots, then you should read about this Matplot library for you to have a very good understanding of it. For other developers, I assume you already know how to use Matplotlib, so we just go ahead with that, and I'll explain the code, then run it. We get our data visualization, then we are done. This is for the bedroom count. Then we want to see for the cities. For the cities, we'll put city in the x-axis, number of listing in the y-axis. Then that's pretty much all we want to see. Let's run this now to see how far. There you go. This is for the number of listings by bedroom count. And this is a visualization of the top cities with most listings. You can say New York 35, Long Beach, Brooklyn, and other cities. So with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a lot from this. If you have any question, make sure to reach out to me.